match? I don't know. I haven't seen the Badang and Khalid in the hands of Diablo.
See, I wasn't making a mistake earlier on. I was just thinking 2 steps ahead.
Yeah, you were.
Khalid comes through.
Yeah.
True.
Genius. But you know what else comes through?
What
The
comes
Angela band came through here from the side of RSG, respecting Evos icon there with their layer of flexibility on these 2 heroes. Eve also going to be the option, as well as Kaja. Wow! There's so many heroes open.
Valentina?
What are they going to prioritize?
Yeah,
Do you not like
Valentina.
Paquito? I don't
Joy.
understand why Paquito's not used.
Keto, Joy, Valentina. Let's see here. Evos icon. Perhaps they might first pick it. The Paquito.
I mean, we did hear from Wawa. It's like 100% it was icon. If it's open, they'll pick up the Paquito.
Oh.
So we'll see, right? We'll see. But yeah, Valentina picked up. I kind of feel like with Eve not being there, it's probably one of the safest mid laner to pick up.
Very sustainable. If you go up against Assassin, very hard to take Valentina down. And also that alt copy, the IMU, is usually it can come to handy so most of the time. Let's see here, RSG. What will they pick up?
Uranus is open.
Oh, yeah.
Uranus. We saw Kadita, also a very popular
I like it.
pick here for RSG lately. So we'll see. Okay, so they go for the Fredrin and the Uranus instead.
Good picks, but kind of too honest. You're already showing that the Uranus is, unless they go Uranus jungle or Uranus gold, but
Actually,
I
does
doubt
that
it.
work? Uranus jungle?
I think one of the teams have used it.
It has fast clear, right?
Bigatron used it yesterday. Uranus jungle.
There you go. So it could work.
It could work, but I feel like only if you're being super aggressive going into the opponent's jungle.
Very situational. They need to look up from the draft first, right, to really commit to that Uranus jungle. It all depends here. If Icon, they can pick up the Kadita as a roam, and perhaps the Claude if Doma's feeling it. But no.
Paquito Dairoth.
Yeah.
Oh, man!
No. You're looking into the future. Maybe they'll pick up Paquito later.
Because I love the Paquito Dairoth combo, man. The damage.
Yeah, but either way, I kind of feel like the Dairoth, amazing pick. Like the Fredrin and the Uranus will feel less tanky.
True. But if we're talking about the early game, it does really counter that Uranus. Late game, team fight 5v5, Dairoth needs to find the right angles, and also the right approach, the flanks. And there you go, a good hero that can suppress the Franco.
Not just that. This is a power pick for Lucian QT.
Yeah.
Apparently, they were able to demolish Burn X Flash because of this Franco pick. So that's a power pick for RSG. And now, how do they opt to go for the second phase, as they do have the first ban?
So Atlas getting banned out, I kind of feel like that's a clever pick. But for now, looking at RSG, a lot of melee heroes here. I kind of feel like the Farsight getting banned out, so they're really focusing on Bougie, making sure that he doesn't have a good laning phase. Perhaps he'll ban out the, the Kadita, or respecting, maybe even ban out the Leslie or Beatrix. Because I kind of feel like those 2 marksmen would be good here.
Makes sense, right? Because they need more range. You mentioned that they have melee heroes that they will stabilize using range heroes for that second pick. And that Farsa, it adds range to their comp. They take it away. Perhaps that Leslie could be the pick here for the ban, or the ban here for side of Evos Icon, considering lane. It bodes well going up against Claude, and that adds more range to their comp. So if Evos Icon is able to locate that ban, I'm not mad.
I agree, though, with the Leslie next ban.
Oh.
Kagura? Okay, I did not see that one coming.
All right, that's very interesting. So now RSG, if they want, Oki can go for a Leslie. But that's not really his style so far. We've seen him pop off on the Beatrix and the Carry.
Yeah. I don't know, with this kind of composition with the Franco, Carry does sound good, but I kind of almost... Actually, yeah, the Carry might be good. The Carry might be good. Honestly, between those...
Last pick maybe, though.
Yeah, perhaps last pick. Get your mid laner now. Unless it's a very weird mid laner, then you can pick up the mid laner now.
Wait, actually, they can still pick up the Kadita if they want to.
Yeah. True. They need burst, right? Because only no member from side of RSG can burst, so they will pick up the Kadita. Very good, very good call there, Eterna.
So now how does Evos Icon want to respond with though, right? Because if they do want to go in for dive, I think they need a little bit more front presence for the rest of the members to soak in the damage.
I think if
Do
they
you
want,
Boxia again?
if they want to put all their eggs in one basket, Martis here for Sutsujin. Just go full damage, full dive, right? With the Dairoth, with the Claude, and Martis. Perhaps to add to that, a good roamer.
Martis is good against the Kadita.
You
can interrupt the rough waves a lot.
Martis just makes more sense.
Yeah.
And perhaps with that roam...
I feel like Dairoth can be actually jungle here. There you
Oh,
go.
Dairoth jungle, you're
Oh,
right.
you are looking into the future, huh?
But this time, I don't know though. I don't know if it's their right approach though.
It's risky.
Very risky. Okay, of course. Beatrix for Oki. He really likes this Beatrix, and apparently Diablo likes to draft Beatrix for Oki.
Yeah, it's a power pick. So with that last pick being secured here for RSGSG, let's see what the casters think about the drafts.
Oh, it's incredibly interesting. Mirko here actually was able to call up a shift in the role of the Dairoth. We were expecting XP lane. It ended up going to the jungle, and we also called the Kadita and Beatrix together on the side of RSGSG for the last two picks. It's Raptor and Mirko here, please. There's nothing wrong with this image. If you saw this tandem yesterday, everything's fine. It's totally normal. Nothing was adjusted. How you doing, man?
Doing good, especially considering, well, actually not too good. Caster predictions here, we're gonna see it. Okay, both of us went for Icon, but we know yesterday my Mirror Curse turned out to be full Mirror Blesses. That was not intentional, but it happened. So now I'm trying to use the Mirror Bless. If it ends up being a curse, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I mean, your track record so far has been
100%.
Yeah, man, pretty wild. Pretty wild on your side, but let's see. RSGSG cannot count them out as a team. They are a surprising team. I mean, they started off the day yesterday with a loss, sweep against RSGPH, their sister-brother team. But then they were able to get sweet revenge against Burnex Flash, sweeping them 2-0. And considering, again, that I believe it was Diablo who mentioned in the interview, we don't have a coach right now with us. It's just like, it's like the power of friendship for this squad. Meanwhile, Evos Icon, man, we were there. That war they had against Echo was something else.
Yeah, I mean, both of these teams have, well, for Evos Icon, unfortunately, have not found success yet, just in the offline stage for the challenge finals of Snapdragon Pro Series. But we're looking into it, like the casters have said. Sutsujin really needs to start popping off. That's why I really fancied the Dairoth into the jungle. One of his comfort picks back in MDL.
Oh, I believe it was a hot start there, though. The comfort pick was disrupted by Lucent Cutie, but no major buff reset. Sutsujin just took a little bit of damage with hook from Lucian. And a little bit of damage coming in from Bougie as well. Gets his purple buff without a problem. Welcome to the second day of the Snapdragon Pro Series Challenge Finals group stage. Starting it off with the Evos Icon RSGSG. Don't forget, there are still tickets available for you. Take it. They're affordable. There's a lot available. Talk about conditions here. I have a strong feeling this game is going to end up being a story of either pickoffs from Bougie and Lucent Cutie and just fights in the turtles.
Well, there's already a fight right now. Lucian Cutie jumping in. A good petrify from Bougie to save his roamer. But look at the flicker from Krite to pick up first blood under the tier 1.
Just when I thought something really up with casters and what we say. We say one thing, then immediately something happens just to counter it. Oh, Aki!
Another kill, perhaps. A good flicker out. Bougie instantly with the peel, but not enough. Krite is still able to just dash forward, picking Oki up. Bougie now with the oddity, but Sutsujin comes in with some damage, almost picking a kill up. But Lucian Cutie picks Sutsujin now, bringing him back under the tier 2. He takes 2 turrets unintentionally, and Sutsujin pays for it with his life.
Oh man, Sutsujin, I really felt like he was trying to get away from that, but somehow just ended up within the range of the turret again, and long enough for the turret to really lock into him. So a little bit of a miscalculation, and messy start for both squads here. A lot of tradings going on a little bit longer than I would like, but because of all of that, it's now RSG and Bray in command here of this turtle. But here comes Evos alongside Sutsujin to try and counter it and take it away from RSGSG.
Let's see. Are they trying to look for a jump onto Lucian Cutie? Bloody Hunt already stolen away. Beldora with a penalty zone flicker to the back. Bray with the Appraiser's grab, but it's still going to be stolen away from Sutsujin as the Petrify connects just to disengage for RSGSG.
Yeah, and that was just a straight-up retry battle win there for Sutsujin. Bray was able to get his off in time, so that was just a win for the Dairoth. Taking a look at the emblems here, nothing too crazy right now, although we're seeing common emblems, of course, on the Claude and the Faramis. Dairoth decided to go for the Magic Worship, actually.
Oh, look at this. Might be a kill here, and Doma picks it up. Something interesting that I want to talk about when it comes to the emblems is Doma with the Brave Smite, actually. Usually we do see Quantum Charge on a Claude, but here it really shows you that he wants to win those fights. Bougie, Breath of the Ocean brought back to the Bloody Hunt. Lucian Cutie with a Bloody Hunt for himself as well as the Rough Waves comes down. Perfect synergy as Bray finds the taunt. Ivan now caught in the Breath of the Ocean, knocked up, and just taken out. The Appraiser's Wrath there for the final blow. RSG equalized in kills.
Yeah, Doma able to get the Demon Hunter sword, but we're seeing right now Lucian Cutie and Bougie continuing their shenanigans from yesterday. Their Franco and Karita combo. Diablo able to survive the onslaught. Consecration coming in big time there. You saw he was just a hit away. Oh, but Sutsujin! He decides to commit and still gets a kill. Win there for Evos Icon up top.
Walks a bit too far off of the turret despite knowing still that the Evos Icon members were up there. But let's bring it down again to the gold lane. Want to talk about this Brave Smite emblem because honestly, that decision gave him the winning lane. Oki, maybe he didn't notice it, and because of that, he took a few trades that were just unfavorable for him. That utility and the sustain is really, really insane for Doma.
Yeah, that sudden spike, even though it's just a 5% heal, it is still a heal at the end of the day. Now, okay, is struggling in the lane. 2 deaths already on him. Neck and neck onto level, although it's getting close to just a level lead away. Item-wise, though, Oki and...
Penalty zone onto 3 members. Ivan now running away with a stampede, but the Appraiser's Wrath finds its mark. Bennett's Rage combo together, but Bray will lose his life. Diablo dashing forward, looking for some slows, utility, but there's no more follow-up. Diablo forced to run away as a Shadow Stampede brings him back under the turret. So much burst, taking him out.
All that damage and amount of controls as well coming in from Krite and Ivan. Just the right amount of pulls, terrifies. This entire game has just been trading all throughout. Sometimes a little bit too long, sometimes just from out of nowhere. Turtle, second one of the game. RGSG will not be able to contest this properly. Losing there just with a cheeky hook attempt, and that is going to be the first 2 turtles of the game going to Evos Icon. Now, Evos Icon, they're taking their condition. They know that, yes, it is inevitable that the Lucian QT and Bougie combo will just be an instant kill at one point. So, to minimize that, they get turtles and they get kills as they find Lucian QT. Just trying to get information. They're reading Lucian's rotations really well.
I think reading Lucian Cutie's movements really well is a bit of an understatement. I mean, man, they were just waiting in there and the damage, my goodness. From a Faramis Roam, you wouldn't expect that much damage. And from a Valentino with just a 500 gold lead, I wouldn't expect that much damage. The combo together, though, yikes.
Yeah, they're balancing it out well. Focusing mark coming in big. Bray able to steal away the purple buff, though.
Oh, Diablo gets out, not for long. The Beldora finds his mark. Sutsujin taken down in the back. Diablo's still able to run away right now, but Doma picks the kill up. Oh, it's a good Iron Hook with a Bloody Hunt, but there's no one there to follow it up. Ivan gets out with a good flicker. And who's it worth for? 1 for 1. Jungle XP, I think RSG.
Yeah, RSG was able to get a win there, taking down Sutsujin. Lucian QT just trying to hold on for dear life for this mid turret. He knows he's going to lose it, but sort of balance it out, taking out the bottom lane outer turret. However, mid lane turret, we all know the most important turret in the game. Especially if you're a lineup that is very pick-off based, your window of finding pick-off opportunities is lower for RSG. Look at Lucian.
Okay, Lucian now running away. Not going to be brought back by the Shadow Stampede. Bray takes a lot of damage, just disengaging, providing cover for his roamer. And I think it's mostly because of that level lead as well. Lucian Cutie unable to get level 8, always just zone and burst in and poke down.
Yeah, Valentina and the Faramis together. Gotta try that out. Or maybe you watching right now, try it out. It's a good-looking combo, focusing mark. Looks like it's a really important thing. And I think that's something that RSGSG are getting surprised by over and over again, especially in the early game and leading up to this point where someone, whoever Ivan's ability first hits or his attack hits, will be taking 6% extra damage. And considering that they're mid 3 with the Valentina and the Dayroth together are very burst heavy, that is a chunky 6% going to be taken away. Turtle 3 goes to the side of Evos Icon without a problem. Lucian!
Melody's own flaker, Lucian caught. Veldora picks up the kill. And it's just been this. This has been the story in this game. Lucian Cutie unable to roam or even open up her place of the map. Bougie. Rough waves. Oh my god, even with the Renner's apathy, the damage is simply not enough. Veldora. What does he have in his
Doesn't
inventory?
have the items yet.
No, just Dominance Ice. Wow.
Yeah, Dominus Ice? Huh, we're gonna have to, decided to build that? Oh, we're gonna have to, yeah. Dominus Ice, just on that, to Rizla. All right, so, RSGSG, we all know when it comes to lineups with a Franco, Kadita, it's just gonna boil down to getting that one big hook, that one big setup, and the combo coming in from the Kadita. But Evos Icon, they're in this situation because they know, well, we're not gonna give you that. We really have to commend Ivan and Krite here, not only with their pickoffs, but their rotations and their timings have just been top tier.
It's been very top tier. Evos Icon have been reading out the map, and they've been playing the way they played in Challenge Season, in the Open Finals. Finally, they're letting their playstyle loose, I would say, in the offline stage. One of the big concerns before Jin.
Oh, wow.
Diving in deep. Diablo already running away, pops the Consecration instantly. Top side, a turret traded in. Doma now with the BMI offensively to take this turret down. He's going to be able to take it down with no issue. RSGSG weren't able to pressure them away.
Yeah, and you see here already the hesitation coming in from RSGSG. Although there was 2 members there, looking at 2 other members of Evos Icon, they were still worried that Susujin would be nearby and just, well, it wouldn't have ended well if ever RSGSG decided to full commit a defense onto that mid tower though. Top side, they weren't able to break it as well with good defense coming from Evos Icon. At least Bray's still getting his buffs. That's something good to be proud of or happy about if you're RSGSG. But right now, with this Lord coming up here, it's not that massive a lead by Evos Icon actually. They can find a loophole here, find and punish a few Evos Icon mistakes to potentially even swing this game by getting the Lord.
The gold difference, man, between the gold laners. Oh, good Iron Hook into the Bandit's Rage. Combo together with the Bloody Hunt and even the Rough Waves in the back, channeling Ivan out without the co-alter. Doma goes in for the Blazing Duet. Not a win of nature. Gunning them down. Only taking Bougie, though. Oki is still doing damage. That's going to be the Rough Waves from Krite in the back. Diablo zoning Doma away, but with the BMI, Diablo will fall. Oki is fine. Another kill, though, on the other side. 2 for 3, but Ivan respawns fast with the passive.
And now Evos Icon, they spot out Bray. 3 members is what they have to stop RSG from getting this Lord, but they're at 40, 50% Veldora and Doma. The members of RSG, they're hauling butt here. Can they get here in time to make sure they secure the Lord?
Let's see, Bray brought back with a Shadow Stampede into the knock-up now as the Menace Rage comes down with the Abrasive Spread and the Retribution. Evos Icon tried to look for a fight. RSG say no.
This is what we were talking about. When it's a Kadita, when it's a Franco, it's just one really good hook, one really great combo, and they were able to find it. Oki was in the right place at the right time. That was premeditated. He let out Bennett's Rage exactly when the hook animation ended. The bite was there, and RSGSG just found a swing. Honestly, they brute forced that, man. They were like, oh, we gotta do something right now. Bang! Lucian gets the hook.
And it just seems like Renmar, something has been happening to Evos Icon. Every single time, they will have the early lead. They will play the early game phenomenally. But in the mid game, to transition over, it's always one big mistake. I would say a lot of miscalculations happening, a lot of bad calls happening for Evos Icon that ultimately ends up with them getting punished, and their entire gold lead that they've been building for the last 10 minutes disappears. Now, completely even. Back again, RSGSG, heck, they have the advantage. They've taken a tier 2 up top, and now they're looking for the bottom lane.
That's a massive rotation down to the bottom. Continues it off. Oh, Lucian, really close. Bougie!
Petrify on the 2. Good call. Alter to save him now as the Menace Rage comes down. Veldora with a penalty zone. Okay, going to be caught there as that is a lot of damage to follow it up. Ivan with a flicker forward. Shadow Stampede brings them back. Bray caught. Iron Hook to try to save him with a Bloody Hunt as well. The damage is enough, but it's still a 3-for-1. They still go for it. Krite. My goodness, the aggression.
These double mages still causing a number on RSGSG. 3 members down. RSG, now they got too excited. Now they were the ones who were just turned around by Evos Icon. The dive by Bougie to just try and clear the minion waves, they will be able to hold. But it seems like now the theme for these two teams is just forgetting about one little thing or one condition. They didn't expect Veldora will come out of nowhere with just a quick flicker ulti combo to set it up perfectly for Evos Icon, and Evos got to answer.
My goodness. Just my goodness. Take it in. Take it in. So much action. So many punishments in just the last, what, 3 minutes Lord fight into another Lord fight, but it was a defense now. Lucian Cutie with a conceal, he finds it even with the penalty zone used up. Crying now in the back with a call alter. Great placement from Ivan, but the Bracer's Wrath still connects onto Veldora. A good stampede brings him into the blazing duet as Oki is forced back, and RSGSG have just lost their frontliner.
This Faramis coming in from Ivan has just been something else for Evos Icon. Shadow Stampedes coming in big time. All those pulls, just when RSGSG thought they could find something, thought they could start something, even though they were the ones who started that, it just got countered right in front of their faces. Lord, still a very close game. It could be anybody's, but there's no jungler for RSGSG.
It should be free unless Oki finds a miracle shot. Nope. No. Doma takes it. Penalty zone from Veldora with a flicker comboed in. Oki trying to run away, but Ivan brings him back. Not far enough though. Oki now with the Nibiru's passion, but the call alter saves Evos Icon, gets them out of harm's way.
It feels like this game so far is just, there's always going to be one really small margin of error. If you make one tiny mistake, then everything's just gonna crumble. How these two teams have been playing it so far, the openings they've been able to find from out of nowhere with aggressive flicker forwards for crowd control abilities. Something else right now. Looking at the damage leaderboard, Krite and Doma, it shows how much damage they've done all throughout this game.
Now with the Lord push, man, it's gonna be really hard for RSGSG to defend this. We mentioned if they go for the Kadita, it's gonna be the Beatrix just to cover up for that high ground weakness, the wave clear weakness. But even now, Oki, I don't think he's hit the power spike just yet. Fuji goes in a bit aggressively, pops into rough waves already. Lord gonna be cleared out, top side now, micromanaged by Diablo. But Bray loses a lot of HP. Trying to get it back. Base turret, equalization. From Evos Icon.
Still very close in terms of the gold, but let's see if Evos Icon can get any more major objectives here with the base turrets. 2 minion waves crashing. Beatrix topside to defend. It looks like they're going to get the bottom one. Diablo!
That burst so much. Krite has the flicker I was expecting. Oh my god, an iron hook from Lucian Cutie. It's a call alter right now, but it's a bit too late as they all fall under the mirror's passion. Oki is massive, gunning everyone down, but my goodness, Krite with a flicker and a rough waves takes him down. Diablo now in the midst, so able to sustain with a consecration. Lucian Cutie helping facilitate Bougie to find that triple kill out of nowhere to save RSG.
Veldora running for dear life. Lucian Cutie and Diablo trying to take this to Rizla down. The hammer swings, the lifesteal. Can he hold on? He will not. 4 members of Evos Icon fall from Singapore with love, says Lucian Cutie. Taking the hook to Jakarta and back. That opener by the Franco, the follow-up by RSGSG. Now it's their turn to swing things around.
It's not the Miracle Curse or the Lafel Curse. At this point, it's the Lord Curse. Whoever gets the Lord loses in the team fight, loses their gold lead and their pressure on the map. Take a look at this, Evos. There was no real need for them to stay this long.
Oh, they decided to fight it out. They thought they could handle it. But Bougie on this Kadita, again, this young new mid laner for RSGSG. Talking with Diablo behind the scenes, he mentioned he hasn't been like this all this time. He was always, in the beginning, just passive. But then eventually he grew up to be a more assertive style of player. And we're seeing the assertiveness coming from Bougie in that defense to find a triple kill. Make sure Archie holds.
Bloody Hunt, but it's Rage, but it's a good call also to take all that damage. Meanwhile, Poochie in the back with a rough wave. Oh my goodness! The rookie for RSG making the plays that matter. Okay, with a flicker. No, it's a flicker defensively by Veldora to get out of the Nibiru range.
Absolutely rich by Bougie, finding that pick off another hook.
Good hook on the Susujin right now as the Nibiru does the damage. Oki's still able to place himself down with
Doma!
a nature as well. Able to dish out damage while kiting away. Veldora finds a good trade in, but Bray knocks Veldora up. Not in range just yet. Oki hits the lower, but it's still enough to take Veldora's immortality. Mid lane to be pushed in. Penalty zone used up to
They
Oki.
need to go back.
Let's see if they can do it right now. Still a
Doma.
huge minute wave. Doma in the base coming in as Diablo flickers as well. Looking for the clear. Doma forced back. Lucian Cutie with a hook. Bringing it back with a bloody hunt as well. But there you go. The call altar comes down. This decision from RSG SG. No one helping Diablo. 1v2. Consecration. The handsome devil falls. Doma picks up a double.
That was a handsome play, not only by Diablo, but by RSGSG.
cancel.
There's still a minion wave, though. Aki and Krite. Oh, it's just going to be Bray to be able to defend here. It's 2v1. Aki needs to go back, but Bougie's here. Just when Evos Icon thought, just when we all thought, it isn't over yet. What a game. I'm shell-shocked right now with everything that we're seeing. But the Lord goes to RSGSG. Close calls all across the board. What a game.
All right, man. Oh, Praise's Wrath. What happened here?
Oh,
I've been staying too long. The Stampede. Oh, a flicker from Oki. 7-4-3. Started 0-2-0.
You can say many things about these two teams. One thing that you can say, they are not afraid of commitment. Every time there's a sequence that they can pull off, every time that they find an opening to try and make something out of it, to get a lead, to get a kill, to win a sequence, they will go for it. And now it has gotten to the point with a team that struggled for majority of the early game, almost 19 minutes in, is in the lead and threatening to win this game number 1.
Oh, man. Doma, Bondero's goal. Diablo now in the midst, just opening it up. Oh, it's a good iron hook. Only onto the frontliner, though. Now the call altar saving his life. Ivan there, picking up the damage. Bougie not using the rough waves just yet. Has the Petrify to play with, too. Lord cleared out. Minion waves next. Evos Icon looking for one big opening. Krite has stolen away the Bloody Hunt. But RGSG are looking for the bottom lane. Now Susujin engaging on the Bray. Bougie with the help as well. Bloody Hunt coming down right now. The rough waves from Bougie into the back. And just like that, Doma falls. Oki, the opening has been created for him to flicker forward to gun these members down. RSG by 3.
Can they? Will they? Can they end it? As two members of Evos try to hold on, the minion waves are getting cleared incredibly fast. There's going to be a kill on the Veldora. The Kadita falls. There's a minion wave. Persistent and resurgent. RSG SG take game number